All right, just waiting to go live here. Let's double check. And it looks like I am live. So let me go ahead and enable this real quick. Come on, get out of there. Okay, this is just going to be a real quick review on an upcoming ICO, or one that I was actually trying to find, and that was on OilCoin. Yeah, forget it, ESET. Okay, and that was on OilCoin. So let's start here. A little bit discombobulated. Anyway, OilCoin ICO review, and I'm saying take caution. Now, what is OilCoin? They're touting to be the world's first legally compliant cryptocurrency backed by oil reserves, and that is first legally compliant. And what is meant by that? Well, we've had all of that FUD about Ethereum and the SEC, etc., right? Total FUD today. All that's going on with that is that let me kill that. Is that they're taking a look for the managers. The grunts are taking a look at Ethereum and doing like all the groundwork and stuff, so they can have like information to make decisions before they go forward. That's basically all that meeting, all that FUD is about. And so all behind all behind closed doors, that type of stuff. Anyway, so back to OilCoin. I was looking at OilCoin a while ago, and it seemed quite interesting because they wanted to be pegged to the to crude oil. So one oil coin would equal 1 barrel of crude. And I thought, well, that's interesting. It's a commodity type of thing going on there, and that's interesting. I like commodities, that's for sure. I like oil and gold and silver and all that good stuff, right? Anyway, so they said that they also wanted to be the first compliant, and they said post ICO. Now this is on their website, which is OilCoin.io, and on their website they said post ICO, OilCoin intends to become an SEC registrant subject to periodic reporting requirements of the U.S. Securities Exchange Act. Okay, so in other words, these guys are basically going to be, as compliant as possible. And they had some pretty darn, they had a really big name here, and that is Bart Chilton, former commissioner of the CFTC, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. And he's an interesting guy. He likes Bitcoin, to say the least, but interesting guy, big name here, same as Darius Brooks, who was Darius Brooks, if you go to his LinkedIn, interesting guy here, managing partner at North Oak Capital. Good stuff there. Let's see what else. Also, former head of global technology and infrastructure of Rakuten. This is Jonathan Levine, and Rakuten is basically one of Japan's largest e-commerce sites, and they do a whole bunch of other stuff. And you can go ahead and let's see if we highlight this. We can maybe go to in case you never heard about this, let's just go to their Wikipedia. Okay, largest e-commerce site in Japan by sales, and the company operates Japan's biggest internet bank and third largest credit card company. Okay, so that's Rakuten or it's Rakuten Ichiba, if you haven't heard of it. So that's part of education, right? Anyway, so they had some pretty good names here, and I got excited and stuff, and I was looking at the website, and I'm thinking, okay, well, there's really not much here, but you know what? That's really cool. They have a white paper. Great. I'm like for this, So I went to their white paper, started reading it, and there's a little bit. The big thing I got out of it is that it's for a way to invest in oil and not have some of the tax implications, because the coin would be deemed as or taxed as property, where you're looking at oil, it's, you know, it's done differently. So there would be tax advantages to actually having it go through a coin instead of like an ETF or something like that, to say the least. And there's some also some other stuff in here. I'm not going to get real hardcore into it because I was reading through it, and you know, I started getting some questions, and I'm thinking, I don't quite know about this. And so I started looking around. I couldn't find a whole lot of information on OilCoin. And I was, you know, I was thinking, okay, well, this is like cool, but I want information on it. You know, I was having a little bit of apprehension about it, let's say. Anyway, what I did find is Coin Oil. And I'm looking at this thing. I'm thinking, okay, well, this is a pre-ICO. We have a day left there, and their pre-ICO ends in like a day and 3 hours as of right now. And it is 9:39 Pacific Standard Time on April 7th. Excuse me, May 7th. So I thought I'd pop out this video. I was looking through this and stuff, and I was going to do a review on them. And then I was... cool picture. I like oil tankers. I think they're cool. Anyway, I was looking at this, and lo and behold, okay, they have coin oil here, coin oil here, coin oil here. Okay, great. Looks great. And then all of a sudden, they made a little boo-boo, and oops, they have oil coins investment returns. Okay, so copy and paste with a little changery in the words is what I'm thinking. And so this is the new face of OilCoin, is now Coin Oil. I'm thinking, okay, so they just basically did a pre-ICO rebrand. And so I went over to the team, see who the team is. Team totally different. I mean, it is totally different. If we go back to these guys, interesting team. And okay, so I'm sure these guys are okay, fine, but you know, different CEO and founder. It's just different. So I really have some trepidation about Coin Oil and OilCoin. I mean, I was looking at this thing, and it's like, hey, all I'm here to do is saying, if you're looking at this thing, do your research. When you find stuff like this, you know, what do you guys think about that when you see Coin Oil? Is it just a rebranding? Is it a simple mistake? Did they copy and paste? I tried to find information on a switch from OilCoin over to Coin Oil. I couldn't find it. Maybe I just didn't look hard enough. I was looking pretty hard. If you guys have found anything on it, let me know. I want to give these guys a benefit of the doubt, but I'm just saying, hey, do your homework. Caveat emptor, that's buyer beware, and always research what you're going to get into. And if you're looking at this pre-ICO, which means you're going to have to be an accredited investor anyway. And so, you know, take a look at this and do your research and homework. And if you find anything else about it, let me know. But for right now, I'm saying buyer beware. And that's about it. So anyway, going on to, that's enough of OilCoin and Coin Oil. I was going to do a full-on reserve. I was all excited about that and stuff. Anyway, so you guys probably know that the, you know, like we covered, the Ethereum FUD was just FUD. So let's move on to more interesting things like Bitcoin. And so what do we have going on here with Bitcoin? I'm looking at the trading view here under the logarithmic scale, and this is at the 1 hour. So what we're doing right now is, let me go ahead and expand this. Let me put it on auto. Sometimes you hit that. It's a good way to scale it quickly. Okay, so what we're looking at is, yeah, we had a little bit of a down period here. It's not a big deal. I was expecting this for some time. Reason being, excuse me. Reason being I was expecting this is because, yeah, that's a good color. Right down here where we had this record huge, I mean, the candle goes all the way up. Record 1 day bump of volume for Bitcoin. We saw it go up, and we've seen all of these box box patterns here where they close each other off. I discussed about this, where they're actually like a loop, and so you have a smaller loop contained within a larger loop, etc. So I was looking for this one to close, and that's what this did. So it closed this entire pattern. So this entire pattern now is basically done. So the question is, let me go ahead and kill that. So the question is, what kind of pattern can we expect to see in the future? Now we know that we have consensus coming up fairly shortly. And the last time we had consensus, let's go back here to the 1 day. And let's see here, okay, there, and let's go back to May. About there. Scroll in, May. April, May. Okay, so right around in here we had a nice bump, right? This is on, well, excuse me, that's on 14. Let me go to the right year, that would help. Okay, anyway, around May is when things really started bumping up here, right? We have this area right in here. May, consensus time, boom, huge bump, and then that's when things just really just started ticking off, right? And so a lot of people are expecting that. Now that very well could happen, and we'll see. But right now, I used to be like super duper uber bullish, but since that, let me scroll in here. Since this pattern basically closed, I'm a little bit unsure, and so I'm waiting to see which way it is going to go, because I can no longer rely on this channel here that I had. So now I'm back to my plain old boring, you know, just horizontal lines, none of this fancy, you know, channels. But anyway, so what can we expect here? Well, right up here we have about the 11,000 upward trend, upward resistance. We're fighting or have recently been rejected around the 10,000. And so, you know, we'll see what's going on. One thing to note here is that, let me go back, this is on the day. Let me go back to the, let's go to the 4 hour. I like the 4 hour for stuff. Okay, so one thing to note here is that the Bollinger Bands here, they're right down here at the bottom, and it looks to be going towards the midpoint. And we'll see. We'll see. I mean, you know, I can't say if it's going to go up or down, but, you know, I think that it's going to head towards the midpoint of the Bollinger Bands. Perhaps it'll go up. Or just, you know, I'm thinking actually that it's just going to kind of meander sideways here. And, you know, after consensus, hopefully I can put this red arrow somewhere meaningful. Let's see, there's about, okay, so that's the 14th. Yeah, like right around there. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm expecting either it might continue this upward trend of about 30% degrees. We'll see. And then do this this box pattern here where it opens and closes. Don't know. I have to get confirmation on that. This very well could be the case where we could be going up and we're looking for a green spike, maybe right around here. And yeah, so we'll see. I should have that in red, should I? That should be green. Nevertheless, we'll see what happens. I'm basically on the sidelines right now. I want to see this line get pushed through. And we'll see if it goes lower than like the 9,000 mark, then I'll look into accumulating, because at this point here I'm almost thinking of it as like this was the accumulation phase in Wyckoff. And let me get the let me do something with that. Let me just kill that. Goodbye. The volume's there. For Wyckoff stuff, I'm thinking, yeah, this is the accumulation phase right here, and this was a bump to see how high it could go. So we're testing, and these are, the top parts are actually distributions. And so we'll see if there can be another bump up for some more opportunity for accumulation and redistribution, etc. We'll see. It could be a whole new cycle. So things for me are really up in the air. And it's in between, you know, these two lines, the 89, so basically the 9,000 and the 10,000 range. I see it just kind of bumping around for a bit, but we'll see. Best of luck to everyone who's doing that. But let's take a quick look at Ethereum. This is ETH USD. So Ethereum looks like it had a nice bounce, and yeah, I mean, ETH is actually a pretty strong coin overall. There's a lot of stuff that's on it. We could be having a, let's see what happens here. Haven't looked at ETH for a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, so it's going up. Yeah, we might see a retraction here. We've already had one, so we might have a 1, 2, 3, and you know, so a 3 down. You know, kind of like this. So if I put this whole thing here, let's see. Come on, grab that. Grab that. So it could be something like this. No, it wouldn't be that. No, that's not doing it. So it might be like just a 1. Or actually, that'd be a 2, let's say. I'm just going up here just to show you the thing. So it could be something like where we have an upwards and then a downward correction. We'll see. I mean, we don't know. It could be something like that, right? I'm just using this as the draw lines, you know. So we'll see what happens. Right now it's bumping up a little bit. It could go there. It could go there. I mean, heck, it could just, you know, continuously going up. We'll see. But ETH is one I'm keeping an eye on, that's for sure. So another one I'm keeping an eye on is Zilliqa, which is actually pronounced silica, as in silicon or silica dioxide, you know, like the little grains of sand, silicate. Anyway, Zilliqa, BTC on Binance. Love this coin. You can look at this chart. It just keeps on going up. And see what it's doing here now on the 4-hour. Oh, looks like it hit my little red arrow. Yay. Just loving Zilliqa. Let's see what it's doing here on the 1 hour. It's just cranking up. So 1546. Wow, it moved a lot. I didn't expect it to move that much, but I'm glad it did. Anyway, yeah, Zilliqa surprising. Wow. It is at its, what is that at? Yeah, it is just cranking. Look at that, guys. Okay, Zilliqa, Z-I-L. Keep an eye on Zilliqa. Really like that coin. Also, here's one that's interesting as well. We never say the name of it, but it has an interesting chart. And BCH is the ticker, but I won't say the name. And but nevertheless, you can't dismiss its chart. Its chart looks interesting, and tell me, guys, what you think of that chart. Okay, and so that's really about it for what's going on. And yeah, Kyoto Wave says Rakuten is Japan's Amazon. Exactly. It's their largest e-commerce thing there. And Sideways, what else did he say? Sideways could be good for alts. Yeah, Sideways could be good for alts. And so right now we're looking here at BCH. And so, yeah, we could see a little correction like this. And, you know, we'll see what goes on. But right around in this time period, don't forget, we have consensus coming up. And that's something for all to watch, and it's going to be exciting times, and we'll see what's going to happen there. But let me go ahead and get out of here. But trying to get the thing here. Okay, but anyway, nevertheless, don't forget, I mean, look at this nice line here, okay? This is for BCH. It looks like we have some pretty good. It's Alt H on TradingView. Looks like we have pretty good support here. Looks like it came down and bounced off it and good. But BCH is looking, regardless of what you feel about it, you love it, you hate it. BCH to me is looking good. Do your homework on it. And yeah, but it's worth, to me, I think it's worth taking a look at. Also keep in mind, this is not financial advice. Excuse me. This is not financial advice at all. This is just, you know, I'm playing with colors and lines and all these little squiggly bar charts and stuff like that. That's all I'm doing. I'm just giving you my opinions, okay? But yeah, look at that. How do you like that chart? So if we go over to CoinMarketCap, let's see how things going here just to wrap it up. CoinMarketCap of 446 billion. So it's approaching that, you know, we're approaching that 500 mark, and we'll see how it goes. And see what else here is moving real quick. EOS, yeah, 8%, still having a, you know, pretty good week. IOTA, good week, yeah. What else? Let's go see how VeChain is doing. VeChain, real good week, up 17%. I always talk about VeChain. And what else is doing good? Yeah, Silica, Silica, 46%. It is now in number 28. 28 now. It passed Ontology, and I like Ontology as well. I really like Ontology. I like Silica. Ontology, Neo, I like. The Key, I like. Yeah, so interesting thing. But Silica is just, I mean, 46%. That's outrageous. And we'll see. It has some interesting sharding, which, you know, there's some rumors going around that Ethereum might be looking at sharding, and who already has it going on is Silica. Silica already has it going on. And yeah, further on down, then we have Wanchain. Wanchain's, you know, looking pretty good. And just, I mean, we've had some good gainers here, guys. I mean, there's money to be made. You know, do your homework and invest wisely, and make sure you invest. Don't gamble. Don't gamble. That is like the most important thing. A lot of people don't make money because they're gamblers. But if there aren't any other questions, let's go see if there's something going on. If you guys have any questions about coins, go ahead and put them in the chat. I'll be more than happy to respond to you guys. So we have David here. Blockport, a good token. You heard of it. Well, let's go take a look at Blockport. I've heard of it, but I haven't looked into it. Might as well do that right now, right? And it's, okay, Blockport IO. Here we go. Social cryptocurrency exchange. Yeah, bridging the world to finance a new economy. Yeah, that's gonna be a big thing in the future. Okay, what can we find out here? Real quick initial review, right? Fiat Gateway. Yay! I love fiat gateways. Buy and sell cryptocurrencies on Blockport platform with Euro. Interesting, interesting. Okay. So they're trying to be the Coinbase of Europe, apparently. Way cool. The Blockport trading platform is designed for both beginners and advanced traders. Yep, sounds like it. Mobile and desktop. Yay. Okay, this looks very interesting so far. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Start trading. Okay. Create your account. Verify your account. Okay, so they got to do that. Deposit euros. Okay. And then buy the cryptocurrency. Yay. Purchase confirmed. Okay, so over here they have these little pop-up things. Let's go see what they look at, starting at this one. Create the account. Real simple, right? Verify your account. The KYC. Okay, what do you got to do? You probably got to put your ID, passport or something, I don't know. Deposit your euros. Okay, wire transfer. They have a deal there. And then buy. Okay, simple, simple, simple. Looks like sign in. Current markets. They have 5 currencies. What do they have here? Bitcoin. Yay. Anybody that doesn't carry Bitcoin I would stay away from. Same as Ethereum. Okay, so they have Bitcoin, they have Ethereum, they have Litecoin, they have the one name that we don't say but has a really damn good chart. And they have Ripple, and people could hate Ripple as well. And it's this BCH thing. I mean, it has really. Take a look at that chart, man, and tell me what you think of that. I'm not too fond of the coin, but hell, I'll invest in anything if it makes money. Well, not really, but it looks like it might be going somewhere quite interesting. Okay, so back to Blockport. BBT is the ticker, and it's Ethereum powered ERC20. All right. And the mission: we build a user-friendly exchange that combines social trading with a hybrid decentralized architecture. Oh, that sounds interesting. Let's take a look at that. Come on, learn more. Come on, come on. Okay, 2017. Just doing this quick scan. So you guys are getting that thing of like what I do when I take a look at coins. We think develop, yeah, bullshit. Okay, community. Okay, Christian, social, economic. What do they mean by that? Engagement, successful facilitation, adoption, new technology. What does that mean? Okay, security. Yeah, it's online. There's no security, regardless of what they say. We all know that. If it's online, there's no security. Okay, so they have Deloitte. Good. There's a mission vision. Okay. Good. They have a roadmap. That's important. And it doesn't go way the hell out there, so that's cool. I don't see any, like, 3027 date. Okay, so pre-sale Q1, crowd beta Q1. Okay, and then release Q2. What does it say? So that's like real quick, if not already. So that'd be interesting. 2.0 release includes full range. You know what? If I was in Euroland, Europe, this would be interesting. This would be, I mean, this actually is interesting. I mean, so these coins, I guess, okay, so these coins are going to be, the way I'm thinking of it, they're going to be like a Binance coin, is how I'm looking at it. And Binance coins, woohoo, you know, Binance made more profit than Deutsche Bank, and that got Deutsche Bank pissed off, and you can wonder how many heads rolled there. But a little cryptocurrency place is not supposed to be making more money than a big, huge bank, right? Anyway, Blockport looks pretty dang interesting in my views, and guys, do your homework on this. It looks like it's one definitely to delve into the team more and to read the white paper and that type of stuff, but looks like it's going to be definitely a competitor to Coinbase because of the fiat on-ramp, and that's really super duper uber important, right? So good call, David. Thanks for bringing that up. So now I've heard of it. Okay. Brandon says, look at Salt. I've been watching it for a while now and expecting it to break out soon. Yeah, well, let's go see. Let's go see. Salt, Salt, Salt. And oops. Let me go here to browser to Salt. Where is Salt down here? I haven't looked at Salt lending. Come on, Salt. Maybe it's way down there. We'll see. It used to be up. Used to see it all the time. Okay, take a look at it all the time. Yeah, everything was great there and everything sucked there. Yeah, we know that pattern. See how it's doing over the past month. Zip. Okay, so this is Salt, S-E-L-T. Let's see if I can bring it up on TradingView. Take a look at its charts. S-A-L-T. Probably BTC. There it is on Binance. Well, let's see Bittrex. Let's see if there's more. There might be more volume on Binance. Okay, they're about the same. Let's take a look here real quick. Let's go to the, you always start out Let's go to the week. See how it's been doing on the week. Put the auto scale on. Come on, thing. Okay, let's get out of there, out of Binance, and go Salt, BTC, and let's do it on Bittrex. See if there's more data. No, there's not more data. We'll go to Binance because I like Binance. Okay, so that's on the week. Lower low. Okay, this pattern here, descending, kind of undulating or coiling down. That's when things usually kind of break. Also, very, very important thing is this really small, low volume, a really tiny low volume candle that's green. Oftentimes what you'll see is that you'll see one larger one and then a bloop up. So looking at the week, just on the pattern, this is a Wyckoff pattern here. So this is, so going bloop like that, up. Yeah, sound effects are free, guys. That's kind of a pattern here. You can kind of see it here, smaller than you, but it didn't continue. That's too bad. Let me get rid of those. Let's go back and look at the 1 day, see what we have going on here. Notice I have the Fibonacci, excuse me, not the fibs, but the Bollinger lines. And if you're not familiar with the Bollinger lines, go into Trading View, and what you can do is, like, they're under indicators, and you can just type in Bollinger. There they are. Bollinger lines, Bollinger bands. That's what these are here. Anyway, so what do we have going on here on the 1 day? So what we're looking for is something like this, where it's getting squeezed in. We're looking for a squeeze. And lo and behold, it looks like we're having a squeeze here. Let me move that up out of the way. Scroll in. Ooh, this is a nice pattern. Real nice pattern here. That's what I'm talking about, where it goes down, it undulates, it coils. It coils downwards. We have a nice flat here. What do we have here? We also have we have a buying climax. Buying climax. Looks like we have a test here. Standard drop down here. We have a selling climax. We have an automatic rally. We have accumulation. Push it up, buying climax, do a test. Okay, drop. Okay, so there's our thing right there. So we do a line, horizontal line, and then we go to our buying climax and the secondary test. Whoops, I don't want to put it there. I want to put it here. Okay, that's our trading range. Kill that line. Let me kill that. That. And, okay. Automatic rally. This could be a creek. Jump across the creek. Bloop. So passing it up. Let's go take a look. Let me add the volume on here. Looks like, ooh, I don't like that volume. Let's go to that. Scale none. Much better. Kill that. Okay. Whoops. I hit cancel. Dang. Columns. Scale none. Okay. Yeah, much better now. All right, so this is an interesting chart. Boom, boom, boom. Another selling climax. Doom. Automatic rally down to accumulation. How's the volume here? Was that accumulation? A lot of buys here. Where did this guy buy? Where did this... I'm thinking about the CO. Where did the CO buy? He bought in here. Okay. So he wants... This is like... if it goes below this point here... He's like... and if he doesn't sell, he's like in deep doo-doo. But he's selling along the way here. Pushing it up again, do another test. So we have a blind climax coming back down. Interesting chart. Let's go to the 4 hour here. It's going back up. Double top. That's a pretty big resistance because support turns into resistance and vice versa, right? Let's look at the Bollinger Bands. Is this thing going to move? That's what we're figuring out. Is it going to move? Okay, one thing I like to do here, if it's going to move, is on the, going back here to the volume. Whoops, inputs. Go to inputs. You can set this at 45 or 50. I like the 50. Did you see how I changed that? Went to inputs. I'm changing the MA length to 50. And then what happens is that you look at this as just being this curve that's going along here. As being the, hopefully you guys can see it, but you look at this curve being as like the just the absolute value of volume. It's the moving average, right? The 50 moving average. And you can think of it as good volume or bad volume. Doesn't matter. It's volume. And it's just like press, you know, good press or bad press. Hey, it's volume. What it's going to do is it's basically says it's basically the push. It's a wave. That creates a push to keep it going. It moved up, and so this is reconnection successful. Apparently I'm having connection issues. Stream health, it says okay, something's going on. Hopefully you guys can hear me still. And anyway, let's go. We're almost done here with salt. Anyway, so this is a good indicator of whatever way it's going is an indicator. If it's still up and growing like that, it's still going to go there. So I'm expecting this to continue basically on some type of growth pattern. So an overall bullish pattern instead of a bearish. Okay. And, you know, it just depends. I could go down or all this, but overall, we're still looking at some type of general trend, you know, perhaps like this, you know, if it's like that, you know, that's like could be conservative, but you know, this thing could bounce down to here, it could go up or down or whatever. Will it bounce down to this level? I don't know until this guy has the CO I'm talking about, the composite operator, has sold it, and he could be selling it here, but it looks like it looks interesting. Could it go back up? Yeah, look at its past history. Way back up here. Now we're here. So how much further do we have to go? Oh, isn't this interesting? Boom. Okay, so we have an ascending triangle basically on this support line and this trend line. So if we move it back up to there, there we go. And you can see that most of the time that when we have an ascending triangle, that they kind of fizzle out and dump. But due to this volume down here, sometimes, well, yeah, I mean, about what, 40% of the time they break up. So we could actually have a break up here. Interesting call. So yeah, I would definitely keep an eye on salt. and it looks interesting. So I don't own any salt, but for all the salt holders out there, good luck. Once again, I am expecting some type of larger volumes coming into the overall market from consensus. So we'll see how that plays. But if you hold salt, best of luck to you. Either way it goes, up or down. For me, it looks like I think it's going to continue a general upward trend for the reasons I described. But, you know, don't take my advice on that. I'm just a YouTuber, okay? I'm not a financial analyst. I'm not this or that. Make your own decisions, that's for sure. Plus, if you haven't already, go and do your homework on salt, okay? Do your homework on salt. So what else we have going on? So thanks, Brandon. Appreciate it. Hope that helped you out with salt. And breaking out soon. You know, it's just doing a bounce here, right? So we'll see what the market does. Breaking out would be above this line, which would be 0.0004238, right around there. So we'll see. Good luck. Okay, Frey. Yes, got more TKY today. Good for you, man. You guys know what TKY is? The key. The key is like totally awesome. Do the homework on the key. Their partners are out of this world. You know what? This is a very stable coin. It is a very stable coin. It went up 0%, which also means it went down 0%. Very, very stable, right? Still about the 2-cent mark. But, you know, this thing is still in its infancy. It is still in its infancy. Do your homework. And, yeah, this is in this area is an X. Okay, something's going on with the OBS studio, but, anyway, hope you guys can hear me. But this is an opportune time right now to get into basically almost historic lows on this thing because it just launched right back here. This is all the data there is. This is how new this thing is, and this is on okay, reconnection successful. Okay, sorry guys. I don't know if you guys are doing this or not. Now stream health is good. It's not me. It's not the computer. It's my wonderful internet provider. I have a business line on this thing. I'm supposed to have business quality service. So this is the quality of service they have. Kind of makes one wonder. Anyway, let me kill that. Let's go back to the key. The key. Anyway, look at this chart. You know, it's a time to get in low. Could it go down further? Yeah, they all could go down to 0, right? But historically, on the short term on this thing, right now is low for this guy. And when I see things that I like go low, that makes me excited. If I liked it up here and it drops by half, well, I actually like it twice as much. And that's just me. But another thing, notice, look at the huge, enormous sell wall here. That tells you something. This kind of reminds me of Venn or V-chain with the huge sell walls and huge buy walls. And that makes something interesting, I think. That I'll just leave it at that. Huge, huge, huge sell wall. It doesn't mean it's bad, but it's quite interesting. This is not supposed to be surpassed, okay? Something this large is not supposed to be eaten through. And that's by, excuse me, by design. But anyway, very, very interesting coin. Check out the key. I've done a video on it. Check that out. And so good for you, Frey. I got some more too recently. What else do we have? Okay. Thoughts on Nulls. Interesting project. Let's go back to our lovely Brave browser. And if you guys haven't used Brave, I mean, refreshing CoinMarketCap is like twice as fast. I think so anyway. So where's good old Nulls? No, it's not that far down. Let me just go do the search, make it quicker. And yeah, I mean, you know, looks like a teacup handle pattern right here on its all time. Let's see what's going on with their social. Haven't looked at them lately. Announce Geek Beans Capital is going to be joining. Who? There you go. Good news. What else they have going on here? Let's see. Dab competition. Okay. What else do they have? Wait, what'd that say? Okay, let's go look at, see if we can bring it up. Trading view. Get rid of the key, that's TKY. Get rid of that block port, which looked interesting. We'll look at it. Once again, take a look at the volume way down here. Big volume means pretty much it's a lot of force to keep it going in its current trend. So if it's a big downward trend, you know, expect the volume to like push it downward, but this one is up. So expect it to kind of slowly move up, it looks like. Cup and handle here, basically, and it broke. It looks like we have a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This could be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, yeah, it could be a 5 that we're on right now. Ah. So, if that's how it is, and yeah, I know. This whole thing could be a 1. This could be a 2. This could be our 3. Ah, get off there, auto. Let's say we have a 4. Then a nice 5. That could be the 4. Let's look at the retracement here. Oops, wrong one. And so about the 0.5. Okay, yeah, so that could be a valid bounce. Whoops. I wanted this thing gone. Whoops. Yeah, so that wick hit right at, isn't that interesting? Zoop-a-dum-boom. That wick hit right almost at the 50. Move that up. Okay. The 0.78 here looks pretty weak, as in like hardly any resistance. Let's see if we can find another resistance line here. put auto back on. So you see that line there. Next one, it looks like about here, maybe. I'm looking over here at this area. Next one will be right around in here. Okay, so let's scroll back in, take a look at these guys, shrink that down. Okay, so that's interesting. So you see here, okay, so we're in this upper trading band range. We broke that on the 3. Can we break this line of support here? If we can, then perhaps up here at this 168 level, but I'm looking at just below there. At this upper bound line, which is right around the top of this peak here. So we'll see what goes on with nulls. Yeah, good old 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 count here for Elliott wave stuff, and we'll see. Let's take a look at its Bollinger Bands. Let me get rid of this thing here. Goodbye. Okay. It's volume. Let me get rid of this. Okay, so the Bollinger Bands. Okay, here's something to take note. Could just be the scale. Let me put it back on auto scale here. It broke, excuse me, the upper Bollinger Band. Usually when that happens, we have kind of like something like this occur where it wants to, there's a lot of pressure to kind of go back. Or it could go back a little bit and then just continue to push the Bollinger Band up like it did here. Okay, so it can do a couple things, you know. But anyway, if it does bounce down, I'm looking at this area here to be support. But then keep in mind is that this 4 could be here, okay? And so let me move that. That could actually be there, okay? See how that is? I just have it over here. So let me kill that. Let me kill that. Let me kill that. Let me kill that. So the Bollinger Bands, it's squeezing in, which is a nice sign. That means it's usually we're looking at some type of movement, either up or down. Here's one thing to note. See this downward trend on the 3? We have a lot of volume here. So can this amount of volume continue to push it upward? Yeah, I'm going to give it 50-50, but it could be in a little bit downward and then up on a 5. Interesting to see. It's really right now hard to tell either way. Let's see if we bring in the Keltner channels, see what we have. Keltners are usually quicker, faster pace than the Bollinger Bands. And I just broke that. Let's see. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it has history of going up, right? It has history of going up, doing a little thing like this and just zoop. So we'll see what's up with this thing. And that's for like really, really short term. I'm more into things long term. And wow, is that all the history or is there something going on? Anyway, right now this could be like a little cup and a handle. Okay, you could see it like that, but this is a huge move, and yeah, we'll see. But nulls overall, I think is looking, you know, kind of good. We'll see. We'll see if it can bounce up here and hit this 5 area. Hopefully, it doesn't like tank, you know, which it could do. It can go either way. You guys know this. All right, see what else is going on. So that is nulls. Have I checked out self key? No, I haven't checked out Self-Key yet. Yeah, David, anytime read the white paper, boys, like he said. Yeah, always read the white paper. Do the research and stuff like that, okay? That's super duper important. And yeah, you're welcome for going over Salt. Hope that helped you out. Self-Key. Yeah, let's go look at that real quick and then we'll call it a night, huh? Decisions. What to use? Brave or the other one? We'll do this. Self-Key. Let's check them out. Oh, sucking wind. Sucking wind. You serious? You want me to look at this thing? It's okay. A lot of them sucked wind of late, huh? Let's see what they're doing. Okay, so some activity here. Okay, that's on the 1 month. Some volume pickup. That's good. So what the markets they're on. Qcoin, yay. Okay, Qcoin. It's all right. OKX. That's a pretty big exchange. See what the volume is. Not a whole lot of dollar volume here. What about its total supply? A lot of total supply. Yeah, circulating volume, hardly anything. Market cap, 22 million. Social. See what's going on here. Some challenge. Okay, I'm looking for like announcements or for like partnerships or something like that. Doing an exhibition. Okay. Okay. Okay, nothing exciting of late there, but he is getting out there and doing the talks. You got to go out there and pound the pavement, right, guys? Got to pound the pavement. Let's go take a look at their website. Real quick. Self-Key, your key to freedom, empowering individuals and organizations to find more freedom and privacy through the full ownership of their digital identity. Let's see if that is true. Can it compete with the key? That is the thing. So what we are looking for is that whether or not this is tapped into 100% verified government data like passport data, identity card data, stuff like that. If it's not, then it cannot compete with the key. Let's see. Self-Key makes KYC simple. Okay, we're looking for how. Relying party certifiers. That's what we're looking for, is the certifiers. Certifiers cannot be a third-party entity like some company. They have to be a government entity. Because how these are basically going to work is that you're going to say, oh yeah, can we have some of your information? You know, you'll get a coin or something like that. Sure, okay, fine, yeah, you can have that, and I'll have a coin. Please keep in mind, I'm doing fundamental analysis on this thing for a long-term hold. I'm not doing price movement, price action. It makes it, I mean, everything could be good for price action. Like the coin we do not name looks good for price action. Let's see. Okay, so they have a roadmap, so that's cool. But I am looking for... I don't give a crap about their partners or anything like that. I don't give a crap. I don't give a crap about their team. That is totally irrelevant. Well, to the most part. Even if they can pull it off, it is irrelevant. Where is their white paper? White paper, white paper. Where is their white paper? There, yay. Good, they have a white paper. So their webpage looks pretty good. They have the information on there. They have a team, Anglais. They have a team. They have a roadmap. So a lot of the stuff is there that we're looking for. And let's go look and see if we can find something here real quick. Parties in identity transaction for yay. What are we at here? What page? 5? That's page 5. 4 usually comes before 5. That's what I've noticed. I did a chart on it. Okay, parties in identity transaction. There are typically 3 parties in a transaction: an identity owner, you and me, an identity claim issuer, CI, or third party such as a notary public or justice of the peace. Nope, sorry. Will not be able to compete right there. That's the deal breaker. Looking at this thing for price action only, there's no way this thing can compete with the key. As far as IDV, identity verification, reason being is the key TKY is 100% ID verified that can be relied upon. And that is because the validators is the government of China, is the government of whoever it is. It's if you can fake your ID there, good luck. That's the whole thing about the key, is irrefutable identification process. So as far as self key goes, which it is KEY, let's go take a look at its chart, see if we can bring it up here real quick. Let's see if it's on BTC. No. Let's see if it's on ETH. No. Okay, let's go over to KuCoin real quick, see what the chart looks like. KuCoin. I always go to KuCoin. Everyone should go to KuCoin at least once a day. Let's see. KEY. Whoops. Okay, it took a dump too. Got listed, dump, previous low, went up, great, dumped. Very similar pattern to the key. So right now you're looking at you're looking at historical lows right now on the key, which is always about the time when you want to get in on the project. If you like the project, that's when you want to get in, is historic lows after it dumps or continues dumping. You never want to buy high. You always want to BTFD. That's right. Buy the dip. And I'm not saying you need to buy right now, but if you like the project, go ahead. You've done your research on it and you're strong on it, great. But right now it's looking, I don't know if it's going to like bounce and go up strong here, but it's at a low. It's at a penny. I mean, come on, guys, it's at a penny. And the key is twice as much, man. The key's at 2 cents, and this thing's at a penny. But this thing grew 5.5% on KuCoin, which is a pretty big feat because there's low volume on KuCoin. That's both a blessing and a curse sometimes. Anyway, I hope you guys understand about what I mean about the irrefutable identity that the key has and why that is such a huge thing for ID verification. This looks interesting, but this has competition. You can think of a whole bunch of other security things out there where the key does not. The key's doing something the same thing, but the key's doing the real deal, and these are third-party validators. for the most part. And so, yeah, if these guys bump it up to where they are government agencies that are doing 100% verification, so they are legal identities, in other words, so your record will be a legal identity, that type of validation, then I would give these guys a much more serious look for a long-term hold. But anyway, best of luck to you guys, whichever way you go, and have a wonderful, wonderful night. And says bad video settings. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, but please like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Have a great night. Bye. Let me go and kill this.